All right, so when you get into the TV film licensing business, you will have to join a PRO. You absolutely must if you want to earn royalties. And you do want to earn royalties, right? You're doing all this work. You definitely want to earn those royalties. So your choices are ASCAP or BMI if you're in the United States as a newcomer to the industry. So what you're going to need to know is that you will be issued a unique set of numbers it's either called the IPI number or the CAE number. This is essentially your social security number in the licensing business. However, unlike a social security number, it's publicly available information. Anybody can have it if they do a search on it. So you don't have to worry about other people knowing this number. And right now I'm going to show you how to basically find your number and fill it in, because what you're going to need to do is when you sign with a library or anybody for a licensing opportunity, they're definitely going to be asking for this number. And if you don't know how to find it, you don't want to be scrambling last minute to do it, okay? So if you haven't signed up yet for ASCAP or BMI, it'll take about a week or so before they issue this number. So it's not like you join ASCAP and immediately after your application process, they send you the number. It might take a week. I've heard of a couple weeks going by before you actually get issued this number, okay? So be patient. But once you do have maybe a week or two after you've joined, let's say you join with ASCAP, you just simply go to their website, ascap.com, click on this link on the right that says repertory. Sometimes it'll pop right up. If not, you just double click on it. Now you'll have this little search engine thing that pops up here. So on the right one, it'll start default as Deformer, but you just scroll down to where it says writer. Now I'm just going to search for my name. So I'll put in my first name and last name. Now with ASCAP, you can type your first and last name in and it will find me and it'll find you as well. So if you type it in, here I am right there. Now if I didn't type my first name, by the way, here is your IPI number. It's right here, publicly available. I'm putting it out on my YouTube channel, so this isn't something that you have to desperately guard and protect for yourself, okay? This is something that anybody, if they want to look it up, they can find, okay? And a library or a supervisor will definitely be asking for this. So let's say I only put in my last name. Here's what you'll find. We're going to do writer over here. So not performer. We'll just do writer. Now, if I just put the writer, there's a lot of Josephsons actually in the world, surprisingly, with my exact unique weird spelling, my Scandinavian spelling. So if you have a very common last name like Smith or something like that, you will want to put in your first and last name, because otherwise you might have to search through quite a bit of these last names. And I have a very unique last name and I still have quite a few of multiple matches, okay? So it's a lot easier if you can just type in your first and last name, okay? And then of course you go to the right here and everybody's IPI numbers is publicly available. You can get that information if you need it, okay? Now let's say you're the BMI. How do you find it on BMI site? Well, you go to bmi.com, you go to this search bar on the top that says search site or repertoire, click on that, and then you click on this little drop down that says search BMI repertoire, this little red link right here. Takes you right to the search engine, and same thing, scroll down till you see songwriter composer. Okay, it's not going to be called writer on this songwriter composer because that's who you are. And then this one, if you type in your first and last name, you'll find out that it doesn't find anything. So their search engine is just kind of finicky that way. So what I do is I normally just type in my last name and then again, 18 people with the same last name. So it's a little bit much. So what I found actually is if you do your last name and then your first name, you pop right up, okay? Or at least only if the people that have your exact first and last name will pop right up, okay? So you have to do it just backwards on the BMI's website. And there we are. The CAE and the IPI number are right there. Now, what does CAE and IPI stand for? IPI stands for Interested Parties Information. So the interested parties of a song or a recording, right? And then CAE surprisingly stands for composers, authors, and publishers. There's an E there. There's no P, but supposedly it stands for publisher. So I'm sure there's a really good explanation for why it's called that, but I don't know the story behind that. So anyways, this is just a quick video to let you guys know what you're going to need to do when you get that contract. I know that some people, especially in my group, have had opportunities and they're like, Jesse, they're asking for this number. I've never had to give this number out. Where do I find this thing? So hopefully this video will save you that panic and that headache when you get this on a contract from a library. You know exactly where to find it. It's basically a number you should have memorized. It should be a number that you just know, because it's kind of like your social security number that you just have it. Whenever you need it, you don't have to go like, oh, where's my social security card? It's just kind of in the back of your head. You know, you can always have access to it. So it's something you should definitely take advantage of. And, you know, the last bit of advice I'll give, make sure you get it right. You throw one of those numbers off and you send it to a library, and let's say you send them like a whole, dozen songs or something like that, and they all get placed, and the wrong number is being attributed to them, and the BMI or ASCAP is not able to figure out who these royalties should be going to because it has the wrong data in their system. you're missing out on royalties. So this is why you really want to make sure you don't screw this part of it up. All right. This is one of those small little details that can really make or break your entire licensing career. So anyways, guys, that's all I wanted to give you today. Hopefully that helped you.